Hey, great Wednesday evening. I apologize for being late. It is technical issue day, but that is what happens when you're entering a world of technology. And of course, I'm hearing myself speak, but I'm going to do my best not to trip out with it. I just usually trip out when I'm hearing myself speak. Hey, Saucios, how y'all doing? Good evening, Leah. How you doing? Al, Denise, Kanina. My voice is horrible. I'm actually listening to my voice through my earplugs, and I literally hate my voice. So I appreciate you all, everyone out there that tolerates my voice. Connie, good guys. And, and tonight, oh, we have Shannon. How you doing, Shannon?
Hi.
It's good to have Shannon on. I've known Shannon for many, many years. Back when Shannon was working for Brownsville Parks and Recreation. And let me tell you, oh, what a great time that was.
Yes, it was. That was my favorite.
Actually, we were able to get stuff done when Shannon and then Chris were back there.
Good time.
It's great to have you on, Shannon.
Thank you.
Guys, is everyone out there hearing okay? I guess they are. And of course, tonight we have Frankie. Hey, Frankie, how you doing?
How's it going, Erasmo? Good evening, Shannon. Hello, world. It's been an eventful Wednesday. Woke up to some work. We had Ross going crazy, not just in McAllen, not just in Sherryland, but in Brownsville. I always question myself. I understand Target. At first I didn't understand Target. Now I get it. It's cool. But Ross, what were they giving away? So we had a lot going on today. Great topics tonight. So it should be a good Wednesday segment, Erasmo.
It should be. Actually, it has been a very eventful day. I will say that it was kind of funny because the day did start off when we were looking at the lines out there at Ross and going like, what in the hell are people out there in line for Ross?
But they were in
and
forever, and it was like letting animals out of the cage. Let's get it on. Like they forgot how to act. It's insane.
It was crazy. And after we got to see all the lines at Ross, all of a sudden, it was fight day. Fight for less.
Rumble at the Ross.
Ross, fight for less. And it's funny, but Ross became the new Ultimo Takio. It's crazy.
It's sad.
And then we got to see the video from Florida, I think, with the Home Depot folk.
I didn't see that one.
That was crazy. It was crazy. Anyway, let's start off. Before we go into GBIC, today in the morning, we were talking about how we woke up and found an email from one of our middle schools. And it actually came from Garcia Middle School. And the reason that I wanted to bring that up was that some weeks back we had made mention that there was, that the word that an individual out there had been exposed to COVID-19. And, we were concerned. And then this morning I wake up and I find this in my inbox. As per Cameron County, that's the wrong one, of course. Rookie. I think I can bring it up. I'm learning how to bring it up. This is Frankie's gig, but I'm trying to steal it away from him. And this email. And the email,
Addie.
sorry guys. I'm sorry about the comments. I can't do a lot of things at one time. It says, good morning, Gators. I have been informed that one of our faculty members may have been exposed to COVID-19. I just wanted to remind you that coming to campus is on a voluntary basis. We are taking all the necessary precautions measures to make sure that the campus is disinfected and safe. I will be on campus to answer any questions you may have. Thank you. God bless you. My concern with that, and I shared it this morning, guys, was I compared it to Spanish Meadows. Spanish Meadows, we got notification that they let us know. They told us that, everything was okay, that individuals had already come out and tested negative and everything was okay. And then all of a sudden we learned that the individual that came in from the hospital had tested positive. And then we learned that 6 individuals had tested positive. And now we know that there's 10 residents that tested positive and 1 employee. We also shared, I think Francie shared it on his page, the picture where they were out there disinfecting and cleaning and hazardous suits with shields and hazardous waste and everything, the beds outside. And even with all that care, all that disinfecting, having health professionals out at the Spanish Meadows, Shadow Meadows. With all that stuff, we still got positives. So my question, does anyone else believe this, that they're going to have the campus disinfected and safe, Shannon?
No, I don't. I don't, only because, I don't know, you visited some of the campuses. A lot of the campuses are really good at keeping things clean. And it doesn't matter how much you disinfect. If you have people in that building who are not washing their hands, who are sneezing, even if they take off their face mask for a few minutes, you just can't. It's impossible to keep it 100% sterile, even hospitals.
Yeah, it's impossible. So again, my concern for these individuals is that there's already been one person who has had contact with someone who has tested positive. I think this morning I might have said it was a faculty member. It was actually a faculty member's spouse. So again, and I'll make the correction. But with that said, it doesn't alleviate the matter. Frankie.
It's gonna be very hard to try and contain this as much as possible. We've been getting word and confirmation from HEB, AmFELS, Spanish Meadows, and now the BISD. Erasmo, it's going to be very hard to contain this. And the scary thing is that they are not considering the potential risk or hazard that is taking place when these teachers, faculty, staff are back on these campuses. Again, to try and disinfect 52 campuses is we'd be way over our heads if we could look the community in the face and say this will be done, because it's impossible. So again, we're running a very tight rope. This is a very contagious virus. So we hope for the best, but we see pictures of Erasmo, such as earlier, teachers huddled up, close proximity, no face guard, no shield, no gloves. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for the city of Brownsville.
The schools are going to waste so much manpower and resources to disinfect and sterilize when teachers are out shopping or they're with family members who possibly may have an essential job, or what I'm saying? They're hanging out with other family members. It's impossible to keep it clean if people are out there are not in quarantine. Does that make sense? It's like, it's just going to keep getting dirty, and then they're going to clean it again, and people are going to go in the next day. Who knows where they were the night before, who they were with. So you're really going to waste a lot of resources if you're going to let people in the building after they're cleaned and disinfected.
Well, it makes no sense. And I think what I think that Frankie alluded to was that also this morning, after I received that information in regards to that email that was sent by the principal, I also got sent a picture from yesterday where the individuals were out there congregating. And, again, guys, we're not going to get out of this anytime quickly. This is yesterday, guys.
Where's
I
the
mean,
mask?
here we have the individuals from the school celebrating someone's birthday party. And again, guys, there's no social distancing. There's no face coverings whatsoever. Now, we learned about this because of a picture that was posted yesterday. I mean, how many other campuses, other schools are there going to be out there that are going to be going through the same thing? No social distancing, no face coverings, and because they're not being watched, there's no fear of getting caught. I mean, these are the individuals that are responsible for educating our students. Now, if the teachers, the faculty, the administration aren't going to adhere to social distancing, aren't going to adhere to face coverings, how are we just expected to believe that students are going to do that once they enter our schools? They're not. And Erasmo has the word talk tatted to his forehead. There I do. Guys, I mean, amazing how this virus spreads. Just check out all the black light experiments. Again, guys, and one of the things that we were talking about, Shannon, is that, us that are young, we may be able to fight it off. We may be able, not to, fall prey to the most dangerous part of this virus. But we start to become carriers, and we're taking it home back and forth to the elderly, to our children. That's where it becomes a problem.
Well, I'm gonna put myself out there real quick. I'll share something about myself. I'm immunocompromised. Eder Hernandez is actually my PA, and I had to get tested for COVID-19, which I put on Facebook. Just my circle knew about it because I was fighting a bronchial infection and a cold for over a month and a half. I still have a cough, and so I got tested for COVID. Praise God, it came out negative, but I have not been inside of HEB since before spring break. I mean, I won't do it. I do curbside. I have to take care of myself, but not just for me, but for my children, my husband, my parents, my family, my sister, so I go out with a mask. I went out yesterday and I was sad, I guess. I wasn't upset, I was sad. There were so many people out without masks and so many people with masks. Now, everybody is entitled to do as they please. If they don't want to wear a mask, that's fine. They do want to wear a mask, that's fine. But it's sad. We live in a small enough city to where no matter where you go, you're going to run into somebody that you know. Okay? And we can control so much, unlike cities like Houston and San Antonio, where there's huge populations. Here we have a small city, and it's really sad that we're a city divided. You have people that don't care to wear a mask, and you have people that do care to wear a mask. But it's like, I wish we could be on one page, whether you believe it or not. There's somebody in your family that you love that might be compromised, and why would you take that chance? I don't understand that. So
I don't get it either. It just does not make sense. Can y'all hear me?
yes.
Good. I figured out what I did wrong. I hate.
What was it?
I plugged the microphone in the speaker thing. Rookie.
Oh,
God.
Anyway, someone was asking here, Diana, in regards to Porter, and I did put up that picture that again someone sent in, and again it's guys, kids will be kids, guys. Kids will be kids, and the school is adamant. The superintendent is adamant the corrupt school board is adamant that kids come onto campus, and they're doing it on purpose. They don't have to go in to check out. They don't have to. There's ways to do it where they don't have to. This is the porter that Diana was referring to, the picture Diana was referring to. They don't have to. The only reason they were doing it is a power move. Now, let's prove that we can have students back. Picture shows it. You're not going to have them social distancing.
Yeah, but as a parent, you tell your child, you know what? You're not going to go get your stuff, period.
Yeah, come on, parents. Goodness gracious, parents.
I wouldn't let my kid's in college. She canceled her spring break. She was not going out there. She made that call on her own. But if she didn't make it on her own, we were going to make it for her. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how old your child is. You're still the parent. And why would you let your kid go and get in line?
But Shannon, these are high school students.
No.
These are high school students that you hope, they know the dangers that are out there. These are our high school students. Can you imagine trying to contain our elementary kids?
Oh.
Hey, trying to teach our elementary kids social distancing?
My kid's going to be a 6th grader at Garcia. Guess what? She's going to be homeschooled. I'm sorry. Like, not until this is fixed. I mean, CISD is being ridiculous and childish, and it's insane. And I feel for the seniors who aren't getting their graduation. I really do. If my daughter was a senior graduating right now during this pandemic, I'd have, just a little something for her at my house with just my people who are quarantined with me. Because why? I don't understand, parents.
Why are employees not counted towards occupancy limits? They are counted. They are counted. Employees are counted in regards to occupancy. But the problem is, we posted a picture yesterday. We showed it yesterday where, you have every single parking spot out there at BISD, the Glass Palace on Price Road, filled to the rim. Filled to the rim. So do you really think that they're maintaining the occupancy rates out there? They're not. They're not. So if administration, we just showed the picture of Garcia Middle School. Hey, little bunny ears. It's not a joke, folks. But the problem, Shannon and Frankie, the problem is that the board president thinks it's a hoax. That in 3 weeks, it's just going to disappear like magic. Woo! Like magic.
I don't understand that.
And that's the culture they foment on people. That's the culture that they have. So no one takes it seriously. Do you think those people at Garcia Middle School take it seriously? They don't. It's a joke. And then they post it on Facebook. But again, guys, how many other schools are doing exactly the same thing, but not posting it on Facebook? Goodness gracious.
Wow.
Si no pueden con los piojos, ahora con el virus menos. Hey, Eggman.
That's true about the piojos, let me tell you.
Derek! We need you to come back, Derek.
Hi, Derek.
A friend of mine has begun making coffins for pallet. My goodness, please don't let it come to that. People have choices, ma'am. Yes, that is unfortunate. I know. Don Elial. Crazy Hugo Esparza. Saludos. EJ y Flo. Because they don't count. Something that Bobby makes mention is very important. El problema es de que les vale. It's true. They don't count. They don't matter to them. They don't register on any scale. They don't care. They don't care. And it's like that stupid comment that came on over here in regards to, let the old people die off. And I got ticked off that other night. You hear that? I got ticked off. And again, the guy that made that comment. But to them, Bobby says it's true. To them, they don't care. They don't matter. They don't matter. Tú también, Luis. Tú sí matter. Until someone close of them dies from COVID, they will believe. Again, guys.
But why should it have to come to that? Why should somebody in your family die for you to believe that it's real? Like, why wouldn't you just take precautions, those that you love, whether you believe it or not?
Mary Lou, what part is there a bit of exaggeration? I mean, what part? The middle school principal informed the people that were coming in that someone had tested positive. We know that they guaranteed that it was going to be disinfected and safe. That's
Okay.
impossible to guarantee, Mary Lou.
Okay.
Impossible to guarantee because Spanish Meadows couldn't do that. It's impossible. Third, the day before, they were all grouped up taking pictures for someone's birthday. How is that exaggerating anything, Mary Lou? Where? I mean, what part is exaggerated? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. But see, that's the problem. When we start to alleviate, no, it's not so bad. It's gonna be okay. Y'all are exaggerating. What part have we exaggerated? What part? That the kids are all agrupados and the kids not wearing face coverings? Just show the picture. Came out today. What part are we exaggerating? It's all about the money. Saludos, Eulalio. Proof is not it's right there. Exactly, Ryan. It's right there. I mean, something. The thing is that kids, seniors want their day. They don't see anything wrong with having commencement. They will wear masks, so they think that they are untouchable. What can a parent do?
You can get home. I mean, that's
Yeah.
child. That's your responsibility. Let BISD do whatever they do. It's up to them. What? We're gonna risk it. We're gonna go with face mask, and we're gonna take hand sanitizer, and we're gonna spray ourselves up and down with Lysol hasta la culo. Like, okay, and we're gonna go to commencement, but then it's up to whether that's also your choice to say, you know what, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna go. We're not gonna go. I'm sorry. My heart breaks because these kids have busted their ass for 4 years to get their diploma, to have a ceremony, to be celebrated, and they're not going to be able to do that, and that really sucks for them. And I feel
Erasmo, it's very telling. Again, we understand that the higher ups administration is giving the directive to principals, but if there's confirmation that either a teacher, a staff has been around, associated, close to a person who had the COVID-19 virus, the last thing you would want is people on your campus. So we've had a day, maybe possibly 2 days, of them knowing that somebody in the school, from the school, was around it. Why couldn't we have waited until we would have known for sure that school had been disinfected? It doesn't seem plausible to me for 1 day or 2 days for them to get a staff of, I don't know, five cleaning workers to clean up the whole school. So for them just to come the very next day, it seems ludicrous for them to say, oh, but by the way, we're taking every precaution necessary to maintain your safety. It doesn't seem right.
Well, what's trippy is, again, we knew about it for some weeks already. I mean, I made mention to it, guys. I had already known about it. So they've known for a while. They're doing the Cameron County thing and like reporting like a week after. Current BISD board members don't care because they don't have children at BISD schools. They don't. Prissy has her kids at private school, her child at private school. They don't care. I don't care how many times they go out there. We care about the children. Care about the children. I don't care. It's not true because your words say something and your actions speak 10 times louder, and they say something completely different. You don't care. Saludos, Shannon.
Hi.
Yes, finally today, BISD said summer school will be online like Los Fresnos. I think they're getting objections. Thanks for raising awareness. And I'm continuing to wear awareness until they start to do the right thing. Love you. Oh my God, the parent is in control. No, it's no. Tú dile, Margarita, te amo. Out of 425 people in Cameron County, we've only tested 8,000 people and are basing all of them people open off of these numbers. That's only 2% of the population. What a shame. It's madness. Madness. And again, I'm all for reopening. Reopen reasonably. Kids control begins at home, not at BIC. 100%. But again, you have to understand that BIC has certain responsibility. That's why we all pay taxes. Rona ain't leaving anytime soon. No. What can a parent do? It's that being asked when then it's too late. Exactly. If you're asking, well, what can we as parents do? You've already lost the battle. Already lost. I control what my child are exposed to. Amen, sister. Amen. So some don't go. What is to protect those staying at home from those encouraging not cases? If they open the school, do we need to send our kids? No. No. Not until they guarantee that the schools are safe.
They
And I'm
should
sorry, guys, they cannot do that.
online learning or to go to the campus. I mean,
I'm sorry, they can't do that. They
Oh.
cannot guarantee that the campuses are safe because Spanish Meadows, after disinfecting, after cleaning, after testing, everyone in there.
and those are supposed to be like hospitals, like super sterile and clean.
Yes!
That's where your seniors who are sick live. It should be a sterile environment. And look at all the in Harlingen. They're supposed to be sterile environments.
They're not!
So you're gonna tell me that a school is gonna be more sterile than a hospital?
Impossible! Especially with, guys, at the nursing home, people are there. De cajón están allí. At the school, people are coming in, out, coming, leaving, coming, leaving, coming, leaving, going, coming, going, coming. Impossible! Who is your guest? This is Shannon Guerrero. Shannon Guerrero. Someone's out there quemando llanta. If parents are choosing to do the dumb thing and let their children be exposed, unfortunately, it's up to them. But the problem, Mary Lou, is that they're not only endangering their kids.
Mary Lou, you're gonna tell me that if your child's teacher has COVID-19, you're gonna send your baby to school?
No!
I know.
No! But again, they're not exposing only their kids. They're exposing the other kids as well because they become carriers and then their other family members or anyone else that comes into contact. It's not.
Parents have a choice. Parents decide what they're going to expose their kids to. But as parents, we're supposed to take responsibility and
Love you, Elizabeth.
children. That's just it. I can only speak for myself.
I like the show.
Back if it's not safe.
Preach! I like the show better than Howard Stern. I love you, Richard. Wow. Because no matter what admin likes to say in public, it's not voluntary for them to go in. It isn't voluntary. It is not. Guys, I've posted. We've talked about the conversation that he had with principals. It's not voluntary. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say. It's not voluntary. You're right, Cassandra. It's not voluntary. It boils down to what they pay staff to work. And when they don't work and cannot keep tabs whether they're working or not, they'd rather have them present and than teach at home. It's madness! Madness! It's because it's airborne, circulates the vents. Can you imagine? They're not sterile. Preach, Antonio. Here's the inconvenient truth. Kids will only be safe once we reach herd immunity, either through widespread infection or a vaccine.
People die along the way.
I'm praying for a vaccine. No one can guarantee that we can't get sick. No one! Shannon was one of my first podcasts. No, I don't think so. It's her first time. She's a newbie. Frank, I like the show better than the Howard Stern show. Even when you go into establishments, if you're in there for a while, the air, breathe in, they're circulating. Breathe in, and don't do the Pink Floyd song. Breathe in the air. Richard Casero, especially Mondays. Then they're going to need to hire an entire division of staff to transport. Well, yeah, I'd rather do that. Of course not. My point exactly. Is it my choice not to send them? Don't send them. Hello, Shannon. Kids are everywhere and touching everything. The virus is bound to spread easily. Hi, newbie. Hi, everyone. Guys, Janie mentioned, my friend Janie. I love you, Janie, from San Benito. Janie mentioned in regards to graduation. So they arrest some punk little girl who's saying that the virus is going to go out and affect their now industry, place themselves in jeopardy. You know what? What the heck? Yeah. Honestly, the schools can't guarantee the schools are incredibly clean. I distance teach for my special preach. Guys, what Janie was making mention today, it was in regards to graduation. And graduation, they've already talked about, we're going to have graduation. People are going to have to go out there. They're saying that they're going to social distance and they're going to be wearing face coverings, which I very doubt that they're going to happen. Part of the TEA, did y'all read the TEA requirements? They require for individuals to be tested, to be screened in order to enter into Sam's Stadium. They have to be screened. Well, today, I also received that the BISD Health Services Administrator, the chief of the nurses, goes out there and says, as per Cameron County epidemiologist, the schools are not expected to screen students or staff to identify cases of COVID-19. What? So what they're trying to do, guys, and I'll tell you what they're trying to do. what they're trying to do is, well, now we're going to follow what the county says. Now we're not going to follow what TEA says. We're going to follow what the county says. And an epidemiologist from the county said this, so we don't really have to test people. Is that what they're saying? Am I reading this completely wrong?
They're going up against TEA and their guidelines, apparently.
It doesn't make sense. So what is it? Are people going to be screened to enter into Sam Stadium? Yes or no?
But even if you do screen them, you have people that are asymptomatic. So you're still not going to catch it if they do have it.
Exactamente. That's what happened in Spanish Meadows.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. That's exactly what happened in Spanish Meadows.
Erasmo, this was something that they talked about again when they had the simulated town hall, 3-4 weeks ago. They had mentioned this, that we're going to push for graduation and we're going to ensure that we follow every protocol to try and make sure that the community is safe once we're out there. We're seeing the guidelines by TEA, and throughout each and every point, they say that the school district will take the temperature or monitor the people coming in. So again, how is this school district promising that they're going to dot their I's and cross their T's in regards to the community safety? They're kind of just throwing it on the county, on the city. Oh, well, the county's saying, we asked for a recommendation and they said, you know what, we don't need testing. Again, is this making the county look bad? Is the county gonna readdress the situation and say, hey, it would be in our best interest too? I think this is something that's gonna get talked about within the next week or so. At Erasmo, we're kind of 15 days away from or 13 days away from our first graduation. So again, if the county doesn't reach out to the school district or to the public, what's to say that people aren't going to get sick? Because obviously, according to this, if we don't monitor everyone who's coming in, we're going to have a large amounts of people, two invites per graduate. That's averaging 6, 7, 8, maybe 1,000 people in one place. It sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
Well, the problem is that the tickets that they're going to give out for the students are not going to be numbered. So there's going to be people out there scalping tickets, giving out tickets. They're not going to be numbered. I learned that today. So people are going to be, te van 3, 4 boletos, te van 5, 6 boletos. You're going to have hundreds of people out there. Hundreds of people. Graduates decorate their masks. They can graduate their caps, but a lot of restrictions, blah, 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 blah. Teachers are being told to bring your own mask because there's not enough supplies.
But they have enough cleaning supplies.
It's crazy, guys. It doesn't make sense. Tell your kids that graduating high school is some huge stepping stone. Life is. Mike is right. It's crazy. You must do it. You have to sit down in a room, do your work. That's it. It's not 40s when we're having to migrate fields to family. Racial segregation. Today's students have it easy. It's not over. Who cares about graduation? Guys, you're gonna look back at your graduation and go like, meh, meh.
How?
And on this one, worse, because you're not going to get a graduation that you think you're going to get. You're not. Convenient adherence. Amen. Exactly. Love you. El personal de BISD están locos. Crazy in the head. No, what she's saying is that we do not do COVID testing. We refer them to Cameron County. Oh, that's not what it sounds like. That's not what it sounds like. As per Cameron County, the schools are not expected to screen students or staff to identify cases of COVID.
Screen test, I guess, but they reword that.
What are the other schools? Idea, Harmony doing? I think Idea is doing a virtual and a parade type of thing. And Ryan can correct me. Schools still don't have to have much care money. They will receive. They're going to receive, what was it? $1.29 billion. $1.29 billion. The state of Texas is. Is that correct? My son is more excited about attending the parade than attending. Exactamente. Just do the parade. To what David Castro said. Es el primo. My primo's always right. David? That
You
guy.
know, they should do a parade. They should shut down Elizabeth like they do Charo Days and do a parade.
A parade! Administration del Distrito Escolar no les importa la gente. They know. I read something on that TEA that students should be checked temperature upon entering the school building. They're going to have to do that to every single student. You can be report BISD disregard of safety. TEA, but TEA won't do anything. Trust me, they won't. I filed like 3 complaints. Nada. The kids not going to will sell their tickets. Yeah, it was probably for students returning to school for summer school. Maybe. Ya cállate! Block!
Fuera.
Fuera! Con la Aurora. I think I think I already got her blocked. Maybe not.
They always find a way back.
They always come back. Call the CDC to follow this massive BISD graduation experience. All those people that show up just be tracked. It's crazy. I talked to her. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad. I think it just needs a little clarification. It just sounds very, very weird. I appreciate that, Christy. Imagine people start dying from COVID after graduation. Why does BISD want the rat reputation? Ridiculous. They don't care, Dora. They just don't care. At this point, I'm just disappointed in everything that is happening. I think everyone is. Drive-through graduation for idea. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate you. Dr. Hernandez is on. Today, virtual college signing day. Hey, congratulations to everyone for signing. Frankie, have we got any numbers?
Let me double check. I didn't see some maybe 10 minutes ago. Let me double check.
The kids will never forget the year that graduated. They will only remember it was the year of Corona. And I would have to sit down with my husband and child to have serious conversations as this exactamente. The common denominator of a nursing home, Navy vessels, airplanes, cruise ships, schools, in close quarters, and recirculating air conditioning systems, not having HEPA filters or monitor the air for COVID, aerosol spreading, airborne. It's crazy. El block.
No, I don't mean like, I think like just parading them around town in trucks with decorations on their car. I think that would be kind of cool. Not like the parade of Charo Days where people are like in the streets.
Well, that's one of the things that they're actually doing now. Yeah, that Aurora is a fake account, of course. People make fake accounts because they're desperate to come back on.
Why do they log on to listen to you? That's so stupid.
Erasmo, bring up my screen. We got 2 deaths.
Ooh.
Cameron County has received confirmation of 2 additional COVID deaths. Cameron County residents. Individual were 75-year-old female, 86-year-old male, both residents of Windsor Atrium. Again, guys, there are previously reported cases. Brownsville has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Brownsville has 12 new positive cases. 12.
A 2-year-old and a 6-year-old.
2-year-old, a 6-year-old. Brownsville. No one from Harlingen except the deaths. 43-year-old from Los Fresnos. San Benito has 2 new positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Wow.
12.
I just got a message that says teachers are using a biometric to sign in with fingerprint.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Okay.
It is crazy. They should have combined the parade worth 100%. 1 community case in Brownsville. Again, guys, we're not getting this. Why is even Texas open? Numbers are increasing. Stay home, people. It's madness. Mostly male, youngest 2 years old, guys. Numbers are going up.
Make a choice to go out. Or you make a choice to stay home. That's your choice. They can open everything. And if you go out, use a mask, don't use gloves. Use gloves.
Boycott graduations. The board members only want graduations as a way to promote their upcoming elections. Minerva Peña, Philip Lyon Cowan, and Lil Eddie Garcia. Let me tell you, it's going to be a disaster for them, which is, look, no one benefits more. And let me say this, guys. No one benefits more for this in regards to the stupid PR stunt that they're doing. It's going to give us just more material to talk about, guys. More material to talk about. Benefit from it. But I'd rather not have anything to talk about it than having people get sick, contract the virus, or pass it on to their loved ones just because these people were adamant about having a graduation at that place.
They're going to be graduating to heaven at this rate. Sad.
Wow, they really need to take this more seriously. Someone needs to. But go out and don't wear a mask. This is what happens. The 2 and 6-year-old are from us. Yes, they are from Brownsville. Thank you, Dr. Hernandez, for the. Oh my goodness, yes. Be careful with children, please. They're not. They're not. Guys, I went to Walmart. Y andaban ahí los niños donde quiera agarrando en el piso tirados. Why is the restaurant store center are only 25% capacity PSD can have graduation of 600 plus people? Is it just because it's outside? It's because it's madness. Madness. They don't care. Total for Cameron County, Frankie?
The total for Cameron County is 664.
664. There will be more positive cases after seeing the lines at Ross and the fights at Ross. These people were up in everyone else's business. Yeah, it's just not the lines at Ross, the fights at Ross. This is a family cluster. Family clusters.
And how much contact did this family have? Which I'm assuming is a lot.
Why are people still dying of hydration? They started at least 2 months ago because they cannot contain it. Because it's novel, because they don't know what's going on. No one does. Use common sense and use safety measures. There's no common sense. Have they been in the hospital the whole time? I do not think so. Only healthcare workers can actually screen students when arriving in schools, not teachers. What about the buses? Can you imagine? Petri dishes. As is, they're Petri dishes. As is. Now add on COVID-19 to that. The graduates need to realize that this is a situation that is serious. Graduation is minuscule at this time. 100%. 100%. Yes, from our drive-through, the 2 and 6-year-olds. Thank you so much. You do understand that if there is an outbreak following graduation, then those running in November will come back and say, well, people made the choice. And they're going to blame, because they're always going to want to blame someone. I wish the board would listen to the medical community. They don't care. They don't care. What's scary is the younger children that are being diagnosed with a Kowalski-like disease that is linked to COVID-19. And yes, and Dr. Eder Hernandez was informing us of that yesterday. We will be assisting 5 nursing homes.
Wow.
That's comforting and that's scary.
That's scary.
That's comforting and that is scary. Thank you so much for doing that, guys. That is very comforting, but very, very scary. If we're going to be having to test 5 nursing homes in Brownsville, it's very scary. Roadhouse was packed without masks. Pero el steak, la comida del steak, ni quien se los quite. Cases are exploding in Brownsville. They are. Did you notice on that chart how so many more people in Brownsville than anywhere else? Goodness. Late Tuesday, it was 423. Now it's 664. More than 50% increase. I'm not good at math. And they want to do summer school. No, and they're going to have kids. They're not going to have kids. They wanted to have kids walking into the schools. What about the maintenance and custodial employees that are going to work? Are they going to have their temperature checked? No. Are they going to be giving PPE? No, because they don't care. The stupid superintendent, the corrupt board, they don't care. They only care about putting money in Sylvia's pocket. That's the only thing they care about. It is a big mess. We need to step up. Oh my God, please be careful. I will pray for you. COVID isn't going away anytime soon. We are only at the beginning. We are. Are you going to Valley Grande? That's for Dr. Hernandez. Dr. Hernandez might be able to answer that. I'm not sure. Any predictions on Memorial Day celebration? No, shut up. Shut up.
It's going to be crazy.
Shut up. Another, shut up. Another Mother's Day.
What about 4th of July? You think we're going to?
Oh my goodness. What was that other holiday we had? Easter. Another Easter. Happened, guys. Another Easter's what's going to happen. It's a mess. So again, I don't know what to say. This morning I was feeling very, very frustrated. Very, very frustrated. Just very, very frustrated. What will it take for the governor to make changes again? Nothing.
He's been out.
Yeah, Helbet. Helbet's coming.
In November.
In November. Prepare for second wave. More. Well, the problem with second wave, we're not done with the first one.
Mm-mm.
We have yet to peak.
I
And
think our first wave is really going to come right now that we've already opened businesses up here and so many people were out without masks. I think this is when we're going to get our first true wave in a couple of weeks because
guys,
there were so many people out without masks. I was in and out of those stores as fast as I could because there was a newborn baby with two parents, no mask, no covering on the kid, just looking at clothes at Target. I was like,
it was crazy. Full beach. Kids running, no social distancing. Now, can you imagine when schools open? Father's Day in June. No, but nobody does Father's Day. Martha, I love your mask. Nobody does anything with China for Father's Day. Pobres papás. China had to shut down again. They did. Millions and millions and millions.
they're going to come up with fake news.
We're not any better than the Chinese, guys. We're not. For progress, not enough manpower to check every kid for graduation and then to pay extra for 4 to 6 nurses for 5 days. Yeah, right. And for sure, no way to check all the parents going. There isn't. Is SPI going to restrict number of people to enter? No, they're not.
Well, we're going to South Padre this weekend, and I was looking at different condos and stuff, but they were so booked, so I decided not to book in a condo because can you imagine how many people are going to be in the pool? How many people are going to be out? No. So we got a house to just be by ourselves, like away from everybody because, my husband's coming home for the week and for my daughter's birthday, and my daughter, she graduated with her associates. They're not doing a graduation, and so we just kind of want to spend some time on our own and stay away from people while we're out there.
La segunda ola más el flu season, aguas. Es cierto. Ahora, we haven't even finished with our first wave. We haven't peaked yet, guys, at all. Louis, everyone on our campus had to go to the nurse's office first to get checked before allowed to stay on campus. Good. Congratulations, Stillman Middle School. This is done every day, but only 30 people out on campus. Very proud. Good job. I have a feeling that they will shut it down again, but only after a lot of deaths. God help us. We have fajitas and Chinese. The Chinese. We also have fajita bandits.
They got bats.
They got bats. I know this lady in Dollar General had her mask holding her chin. She's probably a disciple of Minerva Peña. That's the way she wears it, picking up her third chin. Buses need to be sanitized daily. Kids poking their noses, mouth, eyes, then touching the seats, handles, etc. Then the buses go to their next round to pick up, and then transmission from elementary, middle school, high school, passing on germs. Kids passing on to teachers passing on to their families, teachers' husbands and wives pass. It's going to be a mess. Albert is right. Hola, Linda. ¿Cómo estás, Linda? Bottleneck of graduation entrance. Great services. M&M Pre-Drac says you also parents to wait in cars. Yeah, that I like. Wait in cars. No social distancing. Dollar General. No me chat out. Hey, Josh! This is my man. Love you, Josh. You have a disinfect the rental properties. Yeah, I went fishing this past weekend. They were all like sardines.
Oh, no, that's terrible.
China dictates to their people, and they don't give them a choice. They will kill you if you violate their orders. They don't give you a slap on the hand. Aquí, nada. Shut down, Ross! Too many fights! What is sad is that the risk of infection is much higher now compared to when the hysteria started a couple of months ago. People letting their guards down. It's madness. Don't cover all of us when you say we. Unfortunately, there is a specific group that is doing the right and wrong. Exactamente. And that's what we mean. You know what I mean. Still love you, Manny. Hey, we're supposed to go to Rudy's today, bro. What's up? What's up with that? Rudy.
Let's go tomorrow.
Manny, where's Rudy's? We're supposed to be at Rudy's right now. What happened there, bro? We're going too fast. Guys, before anything else, I did want to talk about 2 more things before we leave, and we're already almost here. The first one is Sunday, we talked about the someone bidding for insurance or a contract being awarded for insurance at TSC. And my concern is, and I asked the question in regards to, were these individuals that were offering the services to TSC, were they also insurance agents that were offering services to BISD? And the reason I was asking those questions was because if that is the case, then why was Dr. Prissy Roca-Tipton part of the committee, the bid review committee for the insurance, when her campaign finance reports is riddled with insurance vendors? And I learned today that the individual groups that are getting the bid, and I don't know who it is yet. They haven't disclosed that yet. But the individuals that are getting the contract actually donated money to Dr. Prissy's campaign. I learned that from TSC today. So how can you be awarding a contract or recommending a contract to a board from someone that you received money from? How is that ethical? Is it?
No. No.
The reason that they do it is because they think they could get away with anything.
Well, that's because people don't pay attention to what's going on, and not enough people go out to vote. They don't educate themselves. They just don't care. I don't understand if if it doesn't affect them or they don't know about it, then they're not trying to find out about it, then nothing's ever going to change.
It's
Erasmo, I would dare go a little bit farther. These committees, there are people who are placed there. I would like for TSC to, talk about transparency. Who was the one that formed that insurance committee, or that committee that was gonna overlook the bids? Was it the board members themselves? How is it that we're learning through Erasmo Castro of this potential thing happening at tomorrow's meeting? Again, it takes people within the community to bring these issues up to light. I would have liked for the TSC board to have stopped this ahead of time. We see a conflict here, how a sitting school board member is employed by TSC, a junior college that feeds students from a high school to a college, takes credits, benefits directly from her position sitting on the board and employment. But not only that, Shannon, she is also on the committee for bidding for insurance on the same vendors that have given her campaign money for her BISD race. If that doesn't sound fishy, FBI, are you listening?
But
It sounds fishy.
People are allowed to get away with that stuff because this community as a whole is not educated. They don't, if it doesn't affect them directly, then they don't need to know about it. And I know this because I worked in city government with this, with the city, and it's sad, but people will continue to get away with these things because they can. It's that simple.
It isn't ethical. Again, in what mind? And again, I'm going to put my money on that she was asked to be placed on that board by the same person that is pushing this measure forward, which is Adela Garza. Adela Garza. And again, it's all part of that Sylvia group. Adela Garza and Sylvia Atkinson are tied at the hip. Tied at the hip. We all know that Sylvia was Prissy's campaign manager and vice versa. And now they're going to place Prissy on the bid review committee, and award and recommend to award the contract to insurance agency that put money in Prissy's campaign for BISD. And the reason that they do this is because they think they get away with anything. They think they're untouchable, that no one's going to find out. I received confirmation today from a board member at TSC, who was appalled to find out that they had been duped, that they tried to slip a fast one. They try to slip a fast one. That's what they try to do. Slip a fast one.
Thank
God,
you.
it's crazy.
Thank you.
They try to slip a fast one. Exactly. I'm glad Erasmo exposed corruption. Others try to cover up. They try to cover it up. Prisi received money from various insurance and attorneys. Look at her campaign finance report. Then sits on a committee that reviews the bids, that recommends the same insurance people that she receives money from. And again, we don't know who it is yet because they keep that hush hush till the day of the meeting, which is tomorrow. I'll be there to find out what company it is. I'm going to be there tomorrow to find out what company it is. Guys, how is that ethical? TSC, what are you doing? She's right. People are ignorant of these things. They don't say pertain to them. Good. Congratulations to your daughter, Shannon.
She's still going. Her associates are still going.
I'm working with an idea public school, and they told us that they will go back August 10th, but 10th students per class. Instead of students rotating from class to class, these are the ones who will rotate, so students can remain in the same class all day. However, I don't know how that would work, if they will need extra rooms, if they are going to be 10%. We all don't. Maybe we'll get a little bit of clarification next week when we get to speak with Ryan again. Guys, again, the board member at TSC confirmed everything that I've just said. Confirmed it. She should be gotten rid of because it is ethical. It places a stain on the process, and she should have recused herself.
Let me go back. Somebody made a comment saying that they like that you expose the corruption. Yes?
Yeah.
That's wonderful that you do that, but it doesn't make a difference what you expose if people don't go out and vote.
Exactamente. We need you to come out and vote. As UCC guys for opening schools, wear masks over the age of 2. No sharing every item, supplies belonging to individual carryable containers. No sharing electronic devices, toys, games, leading aids. That's 6 feet apart, all facing the same way. Distance on school buses, 1 child per seat. Wow. Skip rows. Wow. Install sneeze guards and partition wherever you can. Space 6 foot in 1 routes. Guys, that is amazing. Such a shame for Brownsville to let TSC and BIC get raped by the corrupt comadres and compadres. It is a shame, but I'm glad. I'm proud that some of the TSC board members are appalled. I'm proud. I'm proud that they're appalled by this. Proud. Because they thought they could slip a fast one on our community. Not on my watch, folks. Not on my watch. It's not that we don't care how people know the things are hidden. Glad you're telling the public. Always. Always. McVeigh put $18,355 in Prisi's campaign. $18,355.
Wow.
I don't even make that in a year. I'm poor. And that's why I tried talking to someone at the main BIC office regarding the students coming back to school in August, and I kept getting transferred until I eventually got hung up on. It's disgusting. They don't care, Christina. Lupita, love you. Why did a Westco Insurance involved in BISD? Because they put more money in Prisi's pocket. And Drew, look at Drew's campaign finance reports. Crap load of money from insurance people. That will not work for SPED classrooms. It won't work for special ed classrooms. Look at their finance reports. And I'm surprised, guys. I mean, again, I'm glad, I'm proud that the TSC board, the people that I spoke with, the board member that contacted me today, I'm proud, very proud that they're going to stand up and fight against this corruption. But to have an employee of yours who receives money from vendors awarding or recommending to award a contract to someone that put money in their pocket, shame. Shame! Shame! I always vote. I hope people get educated and vote. Yes, and I need you to go vote. Where's Richard Strumbo? He's funny. I know. Last time I slipped a fast one, I paid child support for 8 years. If you don't invite me for the next cookout, you're going to have to pay some of my child support since I wanted y'all to adopt me. Still waiting for my son's grads. Told they would be mailed. Sup, John White? The other thing I wanted to talk about was the GBEC meeting. What a chaotic meeting. So now GBEC, that receives $5 million of our tax dollars, now they want to be in the loan business. Loan sharks. loan sharks. And Graham was all uppity because they voted against his little pet project.
But why? I mean, well, he is a small business owner, so I could see what he would benefit. You know,
But again, it benefits him.
well,
How does it benefit the community? GBEC money is to promote our community. Why is it always about them? Now, I spoke about the other day. I'm tired of these people. They're appointed. Appointed. They're not elected. Go run for office.
and
But
they're going by who?
by city commission. Goodness gracious. And they only appoint their little buddies. Do you think that this city commission will ever appoint me to any committee? To any board? Never. Never. No. Pure. I don't know what that means. Yeah. Let's invite Jerry McKell out some wine and beer. Oh my lord. Then the fights will happen. The board didn't meet this week. TSC board. That's happening at TSC. Drew took the vendor list to solicit donations for her campaign. She has disgraced Dave Brown's legacy. What a shame. Post their finance report public info. I have. I'll continue to the rest of this summer in preparations for November. Their next meeting is in June. Well, June the 6th, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So, GBEC, you're not in the loan shark business, guys. And to the city commission, stop appointing your buddies to these commissions, guys. Stop appointing yes people and regurgitating them from one commission to another board to another commission. That's why we get $1.3 million of our money, of our increased rates, stolen at PUB. When's enough going to be enough? Fights!
Yeah, Erasmo, I don't agree with this. I'm all in favor of GBIC, supporting local business, trying to attract new business. The game is different right now with the COVID-19. But when you want to, it looks bad whenever you try and implement this to pass with an 18% interest rate. You're trying to suck them dry. Again, that's not the purpose of GBIC. The purpose is to attract business, stimulate the economy, and we're doing totally the opposite by doing that. And one thing that did bother me that we did hear from the, from individuals was that the chairman did state, oh, this motion dies just like the rest of the board, or something like to that effect, kind of stating that, oh, I'm better than y'all, or, with y'all, nothing's going to be able to be accomplished. Again, this seemed beneficial for those individuals that were going to pony up the money. We understand right now, in a capitalist society, it is best, when people don't have money, don't have jobs, they're vulnerable. And then you have the vultures coming in, offering you money, nice incentive. Hey, look at this. But we're not telling, the kicker is that it's coming in at 18%. Again, we're supposed to be helping out our local businesses, not try to suck them dry.
Shannon, what do you think about the GBEC fiasco?
Well, the GBIC board has always been comprised of people who run in certain circles. You know what I'm saying? It's not just your average Joe, I guess you could say. The initiative for GBIC, do people even know what it stands for and what their purpose is, why GBIC was even created? Do people even know the history of that? So you have to start with that. I don't think that giving loans to businesses, who qualifies for that loan? How are they gonna pay that money back? Right now, businesses are suffering. Our businesses here, our small business owners that are from Brownsville, that live in Brownsville, they're suffering right now. And then these people want to go and charge them. How much did you say? 18%? No, it's wrong. It's wrong.
It is wrong. It's very wrong. And again, guys, it's very, very unfortunate that such a thing would happen. But again, it's part of the reality that we live in, guys. These people
Yeah,
just
but
ultimately
whose
don't care of anything that's going on with their community.
whose
It's,
business do you think is gonna get that money? Which small businesses?
los compadres. That's
Exactly.
part of the problem. Guys, the other thing that we learned today, again, I'm taking Frankie's job away, is CPEC. One positive. CPEC. And we've been saying this for weeks now, guys. It's on the page. Confirmed positive. The other one that we have is Kimpo Ampos. Kimpo Ampos as well. Another positive case. So we've been warning about these places for weeks now. For weeks. And still, it's like we just haven't learned. I mean, how many other things are going to have to come in to play?
Someone posted a long time ago when COVID first started. Their husband worked there, and they were concerned because they weren't given proper hand washing stations, and they weren't given any kind of PPE. Do you remember? That? It was like when it first started, and that comment kind of because Amphels is a big company. There's a lot of people in that at that
Too
company,
many.
and that wife is the one that posted it.
100%. Brandon, yes, I'm going to need your vote. Appreciate you. Who creates jobs for SP? Silip and Roca at TSC? They need to go. They do need to go. Erasmo Castro, who created it? Oh, who created South SP? And Roca Jobs at TSC. Wow. One more thing, last thing that we'll talk about today is does everyone remember the teacher stipend? Has anyone received the teacher stipend? This is to update you. This came in, was by fund posted by AOBE. This is to update you on the 100 technology stipend that was scheduled for May 22nd paycheck. First, we would like to thank our members for notifying us immediately on how it was not included on the paycheck schedule for Friday. We immediately notified administration because even though the amount is not a whole lot, our members were expecting it for this check and cannot wait for June paycheck. BISD will be running a separate check for this stipend because they were going to push it to June. BISD will run they will try to get it out as soon as possible. Andele canijos. But it is not guaranteed for this Friday. So no stipend, guys. We thank you for continuing. Please respond to the text message with our current personnel email. We have some additional information we need to send your way. The only teacher association out there that is fighting for the teachers in the things that really matter is AOBE. I'm sorry. BEST and TVA, nada. I don't care. Most everyone's going to get the virus. I sort of believe that a lot of people are going to get it, but they will get over it. Not everyone, unfortunately. And again, I've lost an elder at church. I've lost his wife. I don't want my family members, my parents, to catch it. And if staying away from each other is going to help in them not catching it, I want us to stay away from each other. I want social distancing. And John, you and I agree. John. I want the economy to open. I want it out there. I want business to open. I want them to open responsibly. Unfortunately for us, the district is not opening responsibly. They've made one blunder after another blunder after another blunder. They don't seem to ever get it right. I thought it was 100 each month. Right now, we don't even know. It's not even 100. It's probably like $75, $60. Shannon, any last words?
Well, everybody stay safe. If you don't believe COVID exists, don't do it for yourself. Do it for your family. Do it for your friends. Do it for your loved ones. Wear a mask. Stay safe. I don't know. It's really a sad and scary time, and it's sad that we live in the city the size that we do, and we're so divided on how people feel about the COVID situation. How BISD doesn't really care about our kids or their teachers. It's sad. It's sad. I want to cry. It's sad.
It is very sad.
It's
Frankie,
sad.
last words.
We just can't work together. It's sad.
Um, I, 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 happy Wednesday. Cameron County is still going to get more positives. The scary thing is that we did get 2 deaths, and we did get a 2 and a 6-year-old from the city of Brownsville who tested positive. So again, we're going to continue to see these family clusters pop up. We have graduation. We're having Memorial Day coming up. So these numbers will, we're in the 600s, 660. We being in the 1000s is a realistic feat. Unfortunately, we have people at the administration level, at the board level, administration, and now with teachers. We've seen pictures of them not practicing social distancing, not wearing a mask. Graduation. Now we get word from the district that they are not, according to Cameron County, they are not going to be screening individuals going against the TEA guidelines. So again, how can we look the community in the face and guarantee that, we're doing this with the best interest of everybody? Oh, by the way, we're not screening anybody that's walking in. So anybody that has a fever, a temperature, got chills, and could possibly have the COVID-19 could walk right in and enjoy the night. It's all good and dandy. We've seen what's supposed to happen tomorrow with TSC. The world is watching now. What is the board going to do? Are they going to allow? Are they going to take the recommendation of this individual who sits on the board of both BISD and the bid committee? All eyes are watching. That's going to be interesting. What will the TSC board do tomorrow? Is going to be very telling. Have a good night, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much, Shannon. It was so much fun. We should do it again. And thank you again to our community. You know what I mean? We're getting amazing numbers. We're growing each week. We're very humbled. We're very thankful. Again, we never stress to say that as long as you guys will allow us, we'll be coming on twice a day, every day, same bad time, same bad channel. Have a good night, guys.
Again, thank you, Shannon, for coming on. Shannon, you always have a seat at the table. Please come back anytime you want. Guys, have a great rest of the evening. Get ready for tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. Guys, take care of each other. Take care of yourself. I mean, make wise choices in regards to social distancing, face coverings. Stay away from each other for a little bit, man. I mean, goodness gracious. It's just going to be a while till we get closer to finding a vaccine for all this stuff. Just stay away. Stay away. And stay safe. God bless. And tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, see you here. God bless. Bye-bye.